Thank you, Commissioner. Today's meeting on the capital planning, execution, and asset management is being held in public session in its entirety. At this point, we ask the Secretary to advise of the present composition and if there's any recusals.
Thank you. The committee is composed of Vice Chairman Linford, the committee chair, Chairman O'Toole, the committee vice chair, and Commissioners Helmy, LaBarbera, and Rosado. All committee members are present with the exception of Vice Chairman Linford and Commissioner Helmy. Also present today are Commissioners Bolwage, Eve, Fine, Fisher, Kelly, McCabe, and Richardson. There are no recusals required.
Thank you, Jim. Let's call on the Chief Development Officer, Derek Utter, to present the capital performance results for the first quarter of 2025. Derek?
Great, thank you, Chairman. Just to give the headlines first, the first quarter capital plan results. We spent almost $600 million, which was up a bit from the first quarter of 2024, continuing our trend of ramping up capital spending post-COVID. Overall, we spent about 87% of the amount that we had budgeted for the first quarter, and we achieved 93% of our scheduled milestones on target. Just a little bit more perspective on the spending. You'll see in the large bar, that's the spending for the year going back to 2017. The dark blue portion is the first quarter spending. So typically first quarter represents less than a quarter of the total spending of the year, primarily because of seasonality, because of weather in the first quarter. You'll see that we're slightly above where we were in 2024. The total plan for the year is to spend $3.6 billion. About half of that, $3.6 billion, relates to three major programs in construction or expected to go into construction. That is the JFK redevelopment program, the Newark AirTrain program, which just broke ground, and the Midtown Bus Terminal program, which has not yet formally broken ground. So we expect that we'll pick up during the course as the year goes on. If you look at schedule results, these again are the milestones. Every project has two milestones when they finish the pre-construction phase and we award a construction contract. And then the second milestone for every project is when we complete the project. There are about 100 milestones this year across our entire portfolio of active projects. And in the first quarter, we achieved 25 of 27 milestones that were expected to be made. So we ended up a little above our 90% target. That's good. We also achieved 8 milestones planned for later this year early. And so those are not counted as part of those 25. That's in addition to that. So you see the history here is that we achieved a 94% results in 2019. That was our high water mark. The last couple of years, we have found opportunities to exploit relative to some of our missed milestones, and so that's where we've been focused. How can we avoid those same mistakes, and how can we improve? And that's really what's caused the improvement in the first quarter. Just taking a look at some of the projects that were part of these milestones. In terms of contract awards, I'll point out the second one on this page, which is the Newark AirTrain, or the Newark Rail Station Access Program. We awarded a construction contract for about $60 million in the first quarter, and so we'll kick off construction on that project. In terms of projects that have been completed, I'll point it out the first one, which is the path restoration of Hoboken Station, which concluded in February. And that concludes my comments. I'll be happy to take any questions.
Any comments or questions from the commissioners? All right, Derek, thank you very much. Appreciate it. That concludes today's meeting on the Committee on Capital Planning, Execution, and Asset Management, and now we're going to move to the public portion.